Okay, hi everybody, my name is Andrew Ho, and today I will be presenting you about the City Reimagined assignment. So this is for Sociology class Plan 2004 by Dr. A.J. Jacobs. So this is my reimagined map. So what I did change for this compared to my original, this is my original right here, is first I wanted to simplify most of the zoning. Um, so it's not there. I tried to. This is the map. You can pause it if you want to take a look at it. So for my new map, I tried first it's on paper, and secondly, these zonings like areas are more, wide, and it's not like detailed like the previous one. So it helps to simplify it, and it makes me have the available time and resources to expand into the empty spaces, the map, which in the first map I had difficulty trying to fill it all in, and I decided to go for agriculture to fill up the empty space. I tried to, zone out more, like actual economic development and housing. So, first of all, um, my city is in Vietnam. It's based in the Central Plains, and so it's the region is it's mountainous, it's hilly, and as you can see here, it's surrounded by all sides by mountains. Um, so, first of all, the now second of all, it's the temperature and the climate, which is the temperature and climate is like uh, so it's temperate. It's similar to due to the altitude. It's similar to what a normal U.S. city would feel like, although it's in a tropical city, a tropical country. Sorry. Um, so the concept behind the city is to create a new capital city. So it has a lot of prestige elements that is related to prestige, and there's a lot of administrative like uses as well. Like it's zoned to be a capital city, so there needs to be administrative like buildings and zoning like that. So first of all, what to to differentiate from my original map, which is this one, uh, I try to center everything into the center. So in the original map, the administrative region, which is blue, it's a different color. Sorry, it's in the outermost region, which can, in a sociology kind of aspect, could like segregate the bureaucrats from the normal people, which is could be problematic. So for this, I try to make it into the center. It's this gray thing. It's this gray district. So the bureaucrats and the government officials can be more um, can interact more with the daily people, and it's not segregated in the corner. And the other concept which I implemented into this map was was the concept called oriented development, which means that you develop like land based on the vicinity to public transportation and the ease of access to uh, means of transport that can cheaply and accessibly move you from this spot to the other location, which I opted was subways. So I will talk about subways later, but for subway stations, it's um, these black dots, like triangles, or these kind of. So it's like a subway station where you come up. It's like a plaza, but I can't really I cannot make it as a park. But since it's more related to transportation, so I fit it in with black. So it's like related to infrastructure and transportation. So these, since the scale of the map is 1 inch equals 4,000 feet. Um, it's basically so this is 1 inch from this substation to this, so it's almost a mile, which when you walk is like 15 minutes away from the substation. So if you come out of the substation, you can reach most of the areas you want to go by just walking like 5 or 10 minutes. So, for example, this yellow spot, yellow like zoning, is single family use. So it's so when you like when you walk out of home and want to go to work, for example, if you work in this factory over here, you walk less than 5 minutes to a substation, and then it will go and transport you to the factory, which region which has like decent locations. It's not like I know I won't be covering substations for each block, but rather like the main entrances, and then maybe the factory buses can take you into where you work. Um, and one thing that I forgot to mention was the density of the city, which for this one, the urban center of the city from this place, it's almost like a third of the 17 by 11 inch map. So you times that to get the area, and I want the density to be similar to Cincinnati. So the approximate population would be close to 250,000. Um, Next, I'm going to talk about, and yeah, the other one different from the concept, which is transit-oriented development, is is affordable housing. So most of the zoning I've done is housing. So these oranges are like high-rise apartments and social housing. So it's very densely packed. Because from where I'm from, Vietnam, the cities are like packed into like dense housing zone like areas. So I try to implement the same concept here by having apartments, and these light orange is mixed multi-family housing, which will increase the density and provide more housing like options to the home buyer, to the worker, uh, you know, to make it more affordable. But at the same time, from affordable, I also provide like other options, so people don't like living in densely populated areas can live. So I've also had these are single family, which is a yellow one. I've spread this around city, so in order to not make it segregated, I don't want it to repeat what the U.S. have made by suburbanizing the like houses in general. So so I've spread it out. So each part of the city is uh, has has like housing. There's multiple options, and also it's close to commercial as well. So if you are here, you need to walk less than 5 minutes to go to commercial street, which is here. Commercial. Uh, Speaking of segregation, um, I've also included it's like a mountain kind of suburb, because when you uh, like spread out the single family housing, you also need to take account that people who wants to live in the isolated parts. So people who wants to just live with the family away from the people, and so like implement zone and planned out like housing that goes into the mountains. This is a decent way to provide both housing, a single family housing, and like decently suburbanism, but not too far away from the city. Because from here to here is a mile, which you can drive, or even if you want to, you can walk. So Another thing is, um, I was talking about administration district. It's gray, but this gray is also the same color, but it's not the same. It's actually a university. Um, this I like separate island in general, like covered by these blue mountains, lakes, these lakes and rivers. Um, it's like its own university. It's in its own area. Um, so of this huge university, it's the area is about 1 mile but times 2 miles. So it's bigger than UC, and surrounding it, I've provided with commercial, some small density commercial, which is pink, and then high density, which is red. And I've also have red mixed in with orange. Orange is apartments, which again, for university students, you need housing. So I've also had like a lot of dense housing options, but at the same time, I also have like single family like housing options. So if professors want to live kind of in their own family home, maybe, or if students can afford it and wants to live their own lifestyle, I provide them with the same options as well. It's just providing them with options and making it affordable. Next is I've also considered like what the city is what it gets revenue from where. So for me, I've focused more on like tourism and of tourism industry, agriculture, tourism, culture, and commercial. So commercial. So let's talk about commercial first. Um, it's these red, which is spread again. It's spread around the city, makes it it doesn't segregate the house from the house like where you live from where you need to like buy your daily necessities. So it's spread across, and then I also have this big blob. It's like a commercial district where you can just walk around, visit various shops. Don't just not worry about cars and stuff. You can walk around, visit shopping malls, like commercial buildings and stuff. It's pedestrianized, and next to it is a theme park. So in purple, from our like entertainment values, entertainment like zoning and uses in general. So this is a big theme park. The roads are just recommendations. I mean, if I am a real urban planner, I would just let the theme park planning this like organization to do it themselves. But theme park, it's big. It's like it could be like if you imagine a Disney World or a Universal. It depends honestly. I've just sold it out, so um, I don't really have like specific like examples to give you, but okay. And then next to it are like subway stations again. It's very accessible, it's very transit oriented, so people can just go around subways, not be too like stressed about having a car and stuff. It's really affordable. um, Speaking of subways, it's all paid out by the city's tax revenue. Since this is like a new capital city, it's kind of like a given that you need to provide to the citizen in living in this like prestigious city. Next, I've considered tourism. So tourism are these. It's like hatched in a 4-5 angle. It's near to the big lake, which is like you can have like canoeing activities, games. You can name it out by yourself. The creativity can lead you a long way. Next, for tourism, I've had this national zoo, which is very big. It's like 2 miles by 3 miles, which is like bigger than the U.S. National Zoo. Because again, it's capital city. You need to be like prestigious. I made it big. Next is the F1 circuit, because recently I've been getting into F1, and you know, why not include it in my ideal city as well? Make it prestigious, might as well go all out. And so, next to the subway station, again, transit oriented, a tourism dedicated circuit, so people can, uh, it's like, everyone can join. You know that German track, I forgot the name, but you can just test every car on the circuit. It's like free to the people and stuff. And when you can host like events and stuff, it's like it helps with the economy and leisure activities as well. Um, Next is a sports complex. This big sports complex, again, just near subway stations. You can just walk out of the station, just walk just across the street to the main sports complex. So this is inspired by Abu Dhabi and the Qatar World Cup stadiums, where they have this big complex center where, apart from hosting events, they can also be a training facility for people. For the city, I want it to be free again to the people. It's a capital city. You need to provide to citizens, and I want to provide a lot of leisure activities as well. Next to it, I have a lot of housing again, and just like a 1 mile away, you can walk like 10 to 5 minutes. There's like a commercial strip, and next is another element I've implemented in the city that's not in the original map, is the green elements. So if you look like intensely at the map, there's like these green outline covering the city. So these are green parks. It's in this legend, I've listed it as parks and recreational and communal space. So I want to wrap the city around this park pathway, this long park pathway. So first, um, it makes zoning out of it more difficult. I wanted the city to be more concentrated, and like promote sustainability as well. So just stay where it is, don't expand out, don't destroy the environment and stuff. And I also surround the factories and office parks here. This office park, this is heavy industry and light industry, surrounded with parks to, like, again, uh, the prioritize expansion, and then just to mitigate some of the like environmental impact of like human activities and stuff. Um, Next, I want to talk, like I've talked about tourism, commercial, um, uh, tourism, commercial. Let's talk about industry. So, industry, I have heavy industry and light industry. So this heavy industry in the Man region is, for me, it's a quarry. I've apart from the region map, have these vast regions of mountains, but I really like implement like use it very well. So I've added a quarry to help with industry, to help with the economy. Next is light industry, which uh, is like correlating with the agriculture as well. It's this green agriculture, grassland. It's to help, promote it's food autonomy, food independence. So to reduce dependency on other cities for food. So unlike cities like Singapore and other cities where agricultural land is not possible, my ideal city would have agriculture. So in order to provide the people with like local food, support the local economy and stuff. Um, Also, there's factory, industry on the west side. Okay, the west side as well. Um, Again, covered by green space. It's just light and heavy industry. This is a cargo port that directs to the river and then goes downstream. Speaking of industry, the industry in the middle of a river here, is dams, to create electricity and stuff. Because I've realized that this is a big lake and a big river, so why not just increase the autonomy of energy as well? Building dams, helping help with the energy grid of the nation as well. And the important factor element of this map is the international airport here. I've had it in my original map, but for this I've decided to um, just cut down on the runways a bit because I don't think as an international runway with five runways, international airport with five runways, so I've reduced it back to four to make it like more reasonable for this city. That's even though it's small, it's the capital city, so I've tried to increase its prestige a bit by having a huge airport as well. Um, like the same with the first map, I also added a cargo airport, terminal. So these are the railways um, that goes through the cargo terminal, and then goes through various terminals that provides the with provides and interconnects with the industry in the area. So provided with a good means of transportation of goods to the nation economy. Just moving things around. Um, Last but not least, one of the last elements that I have not talked about is this. It's for the legend. I've had it as industrial cultivation, um, which is basically means forestry in a fancy term. I just wanted to phrase it that way. Um, uh, yeah, and let's talk about infrastructure of the city. It's one of the last key things in the city. So this underlying road in the south. It's called it's a highway, and then these intersection that leads into the city with these wide roads. It's not like a city highway like in the U.S., but it's more of a freeway. So I don't I have not been so it's like a wide road that cars and trucks can travel along the perimeter of the city. So it's the perimeter of these two centers. It's the west center here, and with bridges that leads to the east center, which is here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but I'm trying my best here. Um, so cars, trucks, um, transportation, all of that, like automobiles can travel fast, but when entering the city center, I've tried my best to limit the lane width, so and focus more on public transit. Um, so it's less automobile dependent, like in the USA. Sorry, just checking. And make it more like public transit. And speaking of public transit, I've been speaking the whole time. This is the metro map. I mean metro, I mean by subway. So I've had the yellow line, which goes from the airport to the factory and then goes to a main city loop that goes into the center of the city. This is for people who just got off the airport and who can easily go to the city center through the subway system. I've also connected the two. I'm so sorry, the laptop crashed. So back on what I was saying. I've also connected the two terminals of the airport. Uh, with each other through the subway system. It's like with the JFK airport, where there's a train system that connects the terminals together. Again, it connects to the city centers of the two east and west center. Next is the orange. The orange line mainly connects the dense housing population, the dense housing zones, with the where people would work. So these are the residential zones, and then to where people would work is a factory, and then the commercial zones and the like tourist areas like the zoo and the theme park, and the administration for the purple line it's for the administration district. Again, it connects so it connects the residential area with the administrative district, and also connects to the theme park. So you can just there's multiple ways to go to the theme park and the commercial district. The green line is basically to connect the remaining spots. So the city center, which has not been connected well with the other ones, so it's like a interlink system with the other main routes. So it's just like interconnecting, so people can go from can easily go from this station to the other to catch the next subway. And that's it for my subway system. It's not very like meticulous as New York City, but I try my best. It's as for a city of 250,000, which is not a lot, to be honest. Other than that, I think it's all done. Again, this is the legends, and the scale, the compass, the class name, my name, the assignment, and the city name here. And let's talk about some aspects of the sociology side of things that I have not been been analyzing. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Well, I guess the pictures Windows program just gave up on me. So it's for sociology. Again, these are the main things I've concluded. Affordable housing, transit oriented. So even if people with not enough not don't have conditions to buy a car, a vehicle that can move, then go to their work, the subway system can help with them. Again, it's free for all people. That is the proximity to where people need their necessities, and also there's a lot of working options. Again, I can say it. Tourism, commercial, office parks here, heavy and light industry. You can work at tourist sports complex. There's like a lot of places you can work at. There's a lot of opportunities as well. And other than that, it's fine. It's all done. Thank you, guys, so much for listening. I've been studying quite a lot because I've been anxious about this finals, but I mean, I'm done now. I mean, I presented it all. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys enjoy my city. And if you have like any critiques at all, just like comment down in the YouTube video and stuff. I will read it, of course. I mean, that. See ya, guys. Have a good one.